You can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can hear you and see you.
So
You're all good.
welcome to the Dubai session of World Unit Forum. I'm Praveen, and thank you for joining us. And also will be co-hosting with me. So let's begin. So we'll briefly look into like the history of Dubai and understand why Dubai is going to be a hub for blockchain, and we'll assess some of the projects in Dubai and the key events and the blockchain adoption that the government of Dubai has taken. Dubai is one of the 7 emirates that constitute the UAE. Sorry, I think it's all gone blank. I think the connection was a bit slow. Sorry. So yeah, Dubai is one of the 7 emirates that constitute the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, and it's quite astonishing actually how Dubai has transformed from a small fishing village to one of the most populous city in the world with a GDP of over $100 billion. Over the last 40 years, Dubai has succeeded in transforming into a global city and a regional hub for businesses. While it's taking time, while countries like China are banning crypto, Dubai has always had an open stance for blockchain and crypto. The Dubai government itself promotes adoption of blockchain. You know, what's better than that? So let's have a look at the national currency. The UAE dirham, or the Emirati dirham, is the national currency of UAE. The central bank of UAE issues the country's banknotes. And as of today, October 5, 2021, 1 USD is at about 3.67 dirhams, and 1 Bitcoin, as of today, is actually at 182,700 dirhams. So you can see, when you look at the cryptocurrencies, you can see there's already an increase from the time I prepared the slide, which was like 1 week back, whereas the USD is still stable. So the main economic drivers of Dubai are travel and tourism, real estate, transport, and construction. And the biggest companies in Dubai includes the Emirates Telecommunication Company, commonly known as Etisalat, and the state-owned airline groups, Denata and Emirates Airlines, and the real estate company Emaar, which has famously built the Burj Khalifa and Dubai Mall. DP World is a multinational logistics company. I was actually part of one of the shipping services company of DP World called Inchcape Shipping Services. And Dubai Islamic Bank and Mashreq Bank are major banks based in the UAE. And as of Jan 2020, the population of Dubai is at 3.38 million. It's quite astonishing thinking about how it was just 20,000 in 1950. And another thing is that for Dubai and especially UAE, the citizens are composed of just 15% of the population. It's while with the remaining are expatriates like me and Anne. And the city's technological journey began in 1999 with the announcement of its first ICT strategy, which was followed by Dubai Internet City and Dubai e-government and the Dubai Smart Office. Today, Dubai is amongst the world's leading smart cities. It has launched a city-wide blockchain strategy in October 2016 itself, with the vision of becoming one of the first blockchain-powered cities. It has used blockchain as a powerful source of business. If you even look at the Google Trends, we can see that the interest in blockchain has consistently increased over the year, especially in Dubai if you compare it to the other Emirates. Dubai has embraced blockchain and cryptocurrencies early on, and there's a thriving community that was built up through regular meetups and events. Actually, there is actually a meetup of EcoX Dubai going on right now as I'm speaking in Dubai. So last month, Dubai opened up a special economic zone for blockchain and crypto companies, which even included solar mining companies, crypto exchanges, auditing firms, and many more. Dubai's Expo 2020 opened this month after a year's wait, and it expects 25 million visitors during the 182 days of extravaganza. And it has also created a perfect stage for multiple blockchain events in the city. The first one is that I look into is the Future Blockchain Summit 2021, which takes place from 17th to 20th of October and is part of the GITEX Technology Week that happens every year. This event is actually funded and launched by the Dubai government itself. It's not a private event. The Gulf Blockchain Week is an 8-day event, in which there are multiple themes that are discussed, which includes regulation of digital assets, blockchain adoption, blockchain strategies, different exchanges, educational credentials on blockchain, and the supply chain management of blockchain, and several other real use case studies. There is also blockchain World Blockchain Summit, which is happening on 13th and 14th, and the World of Web3 Summit, which is happening on 14th in the Atlantis, the Palm. The major attraction of this event is the biggest NFT expo and auction that will be happening during this event. And I would like to say about the how the Dubai government is emphasizing the blockchain use. Dubai is one of the first cities that had the vision to fully explore the potential of blockchain. Launched in 2016, the Dubai blockchain strategy, it aims to move all the applicable government departments to blockchain. It's based on 3 pillars: the government efficiency, industry creation, they want to create more startups and businesses in the blockchain sector, and local and international thought leadership. So if the plan goes right, within a few years, we should be seeing our Dubai identities like the Emirates ID, Visa, everything in blockchain.
Detailed ledger of information. There are blocks of info for everything from your passport and visa details, bank details, DWA registration, that all sit together to form part of the chain of information. Blockchain offers you trust, transparency, and traceability. Did you know that Dubai will be the first government in the world to conduct all its applicable transactions on blockchain by 2020? Smart Dubai, inspiring new realities.
So as part of this initiative, they have...
How can we manage transactions easily and securely?
As part of the initiative, they have opened up the Dubai Blockchain Center. It was opened in 2018 by the ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, with the aim of supporting blockchain adoption. They organize free blockchain awareness sessions in both Arabic and English. And they host events too, which are focused on real use case based events. And also generally a public awareness is also created by them. As per the CEO of the Dubai Blockchain Center, Dr. Marwan Al-Zaruni, he says that Dubai has always been in the forefront of technology and will be a hub for blockchain. With most of the major cities just a few hours away, Dubai's blockchain adoption should make it world capital. The DMCC, or the Dubai Multi-Commodity Center, was the one that recently joined a new crypto center following a massive shift to digital assets and NFTs. Dubai is home to many influential figures in the field of blockchain too. Do you see any familiar faces? And the UAE ranked 76th in the overall global crypto adoption index and 5th in the Middle East. And in general, and in the general population itself, there is an interest in crypto assets, since there is no ban in trading cryptocurrencies. Talking about trading cryptocurrencies, these are a few of the exchanges that are available for cryptocurrency trading in Dubai, with Binance being the most used one. There's also BitOasis. BitOasis is a Dubai-based trading exchange platform, and as per them, the user signups have increased exponentially just the past 6 months itself. There is also a vibrant and growing NFT community in Dubai, and there are occasionally multiple NFT-based events. NFT is also growing traction in the Islamic arts and cultural space. If you look at Expo 2020 in Slovenia Pavilion, they're actually giving NFT as gifts. The NFT will be a unique 3D panorama picture of Slovenia. So if you're in Dubai and planning to go to Expo 2020, do not miss that. Crystal Bashara is an NFT-based artist who chose Dubai as a home, seeing the vibrant NFT scenario here. She feels that the future of NFT in Dubai is very bright. So we also need to talk about the cons as well. Even though there has been a sharp decline in the percentage of crypto-related criminal transactions, as per the Dubai police, $21 million. I mean, people in Dubai, just the people in Dubai have lost $21 million. That too, just in the first half of 2021 to crypto scams. So we need to, safeguard ourselves and always do our research to know who or what we're dealing with. And for that, we can educate ourselves in blockchain and crypto with programs like Unit Masters, and so that we can grow together. And to shed light more on Unit Foundation and the Dubai token, I pass on my mic to Anne.
Praveen, thanks so much. That was so insightful. I think one of the points that is something worth even stressing on is what you brought up in regard to the population of Dubai being 80% expat. And exactly. The fact that the leaders of Dubai are so open to blockchain and exponential technologies in general.
That's right.
It's fascinating, and I think the expo as well kind of paves that path in regard to what they want the future to look like.
Future is now, that's what they say.
Exactly. And because of this kind of openness and warmness to the expat population, I think the Dubai government as well has kind of found a really nice way to work with the private sector on these initiatives, and looking at the kind of projects in blockchain, like you mentioned some of them, even like the emerging space in the arts and culture scene, because Dubai is a really young city. They're bringing in a lot of the expat population to help them define what this could look like for, for the entire population, including the locals who live there, who are really fusing a lot better than they did. I mean, you've been there for a long while now, so have I. And I think, your experience, what would you say your experience has been fusing in with the local culture? Because I think that's really a nice point to bring to the audience as well.
Yeah, like you said, they're very open. And the one thing that I would say about Dubai is very secure. You can roam around alone even at 2 o'clock in the night. You can walk along, and no one is going to disturb you. I don't.
Praveen, I lost your sound, but that's all right. That's so strange. It just went off. But yes, I totally agree with what you're saying. They're open, they're warm, and they are very innovative, and they're bringing in the right people to help bridge this transformation. I think a lot of their successes have also been due to their tight kind of affiliation with the private sector that has been booming, especially the tech sector. And their blockchain projects have kind of sprung into life with some of the leading sites, whether it's marketplace sites, whether it's property portals, whether it's health services. They're kind of bridging that gap in regard to building these protocols, but linking it with the private sector, because they know it has to go hand in hand, which I think is super cool. All right, in regard to UNIT, I think, there's so much that can be done in regard to creating a Dubai token. And I think the moment is ripe right now, especially with the Expo 2020 just having kicked off in 2021. And there's so much excitement around that. And we feel, what's really in it for someone in the UAE, in Dubai, participating in a Dubai token is that they can actually be the part of driving this change within the city. A city token, really, in a nutshell, is like having a stake in the city itself. If you could go back, I'll just go through those 3 buckets. It's almost like having a piece of property or ownership in the city's growth and its acceleration. And so, as a citizen or even as an expat, if you're fueling the economy in some way or believe in the growth of Dubai, owning or investing or participating to gain city tokens could be your way to be the change in that acceleration of Dubai growing into a beautiful, futuristic, open for all society and community. The second thing is you could actually fund your dreams with the city token. What a city token really is in regard to having specifically a Dubai token, imagine it like a fund or an investment into what could actually evolve in regard to everything that needs to be built for the city's development, be it infrastructure, be it philanthropy, be it arts and culture. What are the areas or the sectors within the entire infrastructure and economy that you want to play in? And you could actually invest in the token or be a part of the economy by having a Dubai City token and being able to trade it in building your dreams around a particular segment or sector you choose to be a part of. So for example, I love the arts and culture. Praveen comes from a really deep background in tech and is very futuristic in his thinking. So we may have, we may cross over on certain projects that we want to be a part of, but we want to see the growth of Dubai. And so owning a Dubai City token could help us build the sustainability for economic growth of Dubai. The third thing is you could actually support your community. So having a Dubai token, if there's a certain thing that needs to be done in regard to maybe if there's a natural disaster, I mean, this is an extreme scenario, or there could be something that needs to be done with urgency to fuel the growth in a certain time in the economy. Well, you could actually create within that community a form of decentralized governance, which would allow the people to then say, hey, you know, this is something that the city needs right now. This is something that the community needs right now. This is something that we need to look into and probably fuel some funds into. And owning or being a part of this economy around a Dubai City token could help us do those kind of things. Praveen, if you could please change the slide. Thank you so much. And so just to understand a little bit about the Dubai token, Unit's kind of built the infrastructure for the token economy in a really insightful, creative way. They've thought this through because the thought of a token economy can sometimes scare people. They sometimes think of it as, you know, what is this? Is it a Ponzi scheme, you know? And a lot of times, even the word cryptocurrency, people have this aversion to it unless they're deep in the space or they understand blockchain technology. And one of the things Unit's done to kind of make people understand that this is the next version of what we believe could happen in regard to token economies is they've built layers that give a token that you create more weight. And so I'm going to just take you through this really briefly. We've only got 5 minutes, but I think this is really fundamental to understanding why being a part of a Dubai token or a token community in general would be important and how does it kind of add up. So you have obviously the big blue chip tokens, cryptocurrencies, and the cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, DOT being Polkadot. We've had sessions in the Unit forum that have actually covered these topics, or there's, I think, one that's going to be a little bit later. But when you look at these blue chips, these are the use cases of cryptocurrencies that have really kind of made it, and well, they're under the spotlight, they're making it, and people are curious to see where it goes in regard to how the community acts and how the technology kind of evolves. But those are the best bets, and we call them the blue chip big tokens. Now, when you look at the second layer of tokens, it's the Unit token. And Unit is a token that is built backed by the blue chip tokens. So it's carrying this weight of being over collateralized by cryptocurrencies. So almost imagine that if you were to own a Unit token, it's not just an empty unvalued token. It's backed by funds from the community. There's a fundraising that goes around it. But besides that, it's backed by the blue chip tokens such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polkadot. And I would really encourage you to kind of go off and read a little bit more about these blue chip cryptocurrencies. Now, where we're at, talking about the Dubai token is one out of multiple tokens that are going to be launched on the Unit platform, and they're for different cities. There's Hong Kong, there's London, you know, and the list goes on, Dubai being one of them. And these are backed not just by Point One, which is the cryptocurrencies that are blue chip, but it's also backed by Unit. And so Unit's kind of putting themselves behind this so that it creates more weight and stability for the actual city token. And then it goes on into, well, we have agencies and funds that would then allow for more adoption of Unit as a token for the Unit platform, and then the projects that are built on it. So for example, if I want to launch a project that's going to help the arts community, I would launch a token maybe called the Art Token on the Unit platform, which we do have in Unit, and that would then be backed by 1, 2, 3. And you know, it creates this weight or stability, and it moves away from a tokenized economy being devalued or undervalued, but instead being over collateralized. And so we protect ourselves from any crashes or volatility in the crypto currency industry. And so there are 5 pillars that Unit has, and you can be a part of the Unit ecosystem by either taking part in the conferences like today, you know, as a participant. If you feel that you want to speak about something in regard to a project that you're working on in the blockchain space, or maybe under one of the protocols, Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, what have you, or maybe there's an industry that you want to create a token economy for, and you want to speak about it, and you're feeling adventurous, and you feel like, you know, you've got knowledge or stories to share, you could either participate in a Unit conference as a speaker or a participant and get to learn more about the the new era of a token economy. The second is Unit Ventures. This is our launch pad. This is where people who want to launch a project and tokenize it can come through, and we would take them through a series of steps to kind of get their project out there. Unit Masters, which is a 6-week program. We're actually running cohort 6 right now, which helps you get the fundamentals of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Unit University, which covers all the the latest on what's going on, the content that you need in regard to learning about the space of cryptocurrencies and about tokenomics and so on and so forth. And then finally, Unit News, what's up and coming in this new world that we're trying to create, and the knowledge that you need in regard to stay ahead of the game. All right, and so the Dubai Forum is happening on the 9th of December. Praveen is already looking at amazing things that we can do, and we're going to have 100 speakers come through, talking about different projects in Dubai. How this could potentially impact Dubai as a city, and we'd love you to be a part of it. You can go to unitconference.com, be a speaker, sign up as a speaker or a participant, and we look forward to seeing you there. You can join the Unit network right now by clicking on these, by taking a picture of these QR codes, or go to Unit Foundation to find out more about why Unit really exists and why we're doing what we're doing. Thanks so much for taking the time to be with Praveen and me. It's so sad we can't hear your voice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well done. Well done, Praveen. Well done. And very, very, very crisp, very profound. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ankur, for being here.
Likewise, I really enjoyed it. I'm just looking forward to find the next investment in Dubai through you guys.
Awesome. Thanks so much for showing up, everyone. Have a great day. Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.